No corrupt leader enriching himself and the Epstein class buddies. No taking away health care from our most vulnerable neighbors. No unaffordable groceries, no unaffordable energy, no unaffordable housing, and no inflation at its highest level since COVID.
That wasn't a protester. That wasn't some anonymous voice on social media. That was said out loud at one of the largest political rallies this country has seen in years, the No Kings movement. Millions of Americans in the streets across the country. And whoever was on that stage did not come to be polite. They came to say, in plain language, what a lot of people in Washington still won't admit, that Donald Trump is not just a controversial president, he is an existential threat. Those are not my words. That is the exact phrase used at this rally. And that phrase, existential threat, that matters. Because it means something very specific. It means this isn't about policy disagreements. This isn't about taxes or trade deals. This is about whether America survives as a democracy at all. Now, let's talk about what was actually said. Because this speech didn't just throw around emotions. It laid out a list. A specific, detailed, damning list of everything, and I mean everything, that people are holding Trump accountable for. And the crowd didn't just listen. They roared. Let's play the full speech.
And the goons in his administration. They're bound to him by fear of losing their own jobs, their own power. It's diabolical. How can this be happening? Look at the power of the No Kings National Uprising. Look at the power of the No Kings National Uprising. Afraid of Trump? Please. No, they should be more afraid of us.
Yeah. That's right.
Because we still believe in the core American values of justice, equality, decency, and kindness. Because we're going from the streets to the ballot box, and because we all deserve a country with no kings.
Did you catch all of that? Let's break it down. Because this was not just an emotional speech. Every line in that speech was a charge, a specific accusation. Let's go one by one. Unnecessary wars. That's a direct shot at Trump's foreign policy. The idea that American lives and money are being spent on conflicts that serve power, not people. Enriching himself and the Epstein class buddies. That line stopped a lot of people cold. The Epstein class. That is a reference to wealthy, powerful individuals. The exact crowd that Trump has been accused of protecting, enabling, and moving through. And somebody said it on a public stage in front of millions. Healthcare, groceries, energy, housing, inflation. That's not one issue. That's every issue. That is the economic reality that tens of millions of Americans are living right now. And then this line. No government masked thugs shooting down our neighbors in the streets. That is a direct reference to federal enforcement actions that have been happening across the country. People detained. People afraid. And this speaker called it exactly what a lot of Americans believe it is. Government intimidation in plain sight. But here is the most important thing said in that entire speech. Listen carefully. He can't do all the things he's been doing without the collusion of Congress and the goons in his administration. That sentence is the whole ballgame. Because if Trump is the king, then Congress is the court. Every senator, every representative, every official who stayed silent, played nice, went along to get along. This speech named them as complicit. Not just Trump. The entire machine around him. They're bound to him by fear of losing their own jobs, their own power. That's not just political commentary. That's a diagnosis. And the prescription? They should be more afraid of us. From the streets to the ballot box. That is the mission statement of this movement. Here's the reality. The No Kings movement is not going away. The numbers are real. The anger is real. And now it has a voice on a public stage willing to say things that most politicians still won't touch. The Epstein class, congressional collusion, government thugs, existential threat. These are not small words. These are the words of a movement that believes it is in a fight for the survival of American democracy. Whether you agree or disagree with everything said in that speech, one thing is undeniable. This is not normal political opposition. This is something larger, and it is building. The question is, will it reach the ballot box, or will it stop at the street corner? That answer will define the next chapter of American history. If this video gave you something to think about, drop a comment below. Tell me what you think about the No Kings movement. Is this the resistance that changes things, or is it just noise? Hit that subscribe button, because we cover the stories that actually matter. And share this video with someone who needs to see it. We'll see you in the next one.